So, hi and welcome to the next class of Appium. So first of all, let me open the download link for your Eclipse.
So you are saying that it is an Eclipse problem?
It could be because look for the oxygen. I have observed that there was a problem with your oxygen. So I'm not sure about the neon. So what I'll recommend is if you could use this one, Eclipse IDE for Java developers, and this is the page. This is simple a software. I'll just I have shared the link. Go to this link and you have Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Depending upon 32 or 64, it should be 64-bit only. Please download it and then try it. And then let me know that what error you are facing. Okay? Just try it
Photon,
with
right?
yeah, Photon. Like you could see, it should be like something like this. Fine. So now, today what we'll be doing is, let me launch it. Let me start my Photon. I'll show you a screen. There would be a warning message coming. If you're getting the same warning message, then it means you don't need to worry about it. You could ignore the warning. But if you're getting some error, then it's a serious concern that what error you are getting. So tomorrow what we did was we just simply configured our path of the SDK into my Eclipse. Now moving on to next step. The next step here is because down the line I'll be plugging my device to my system, and for that I need some set of software. The software that could assist me or that could help me in you may say, guys, please go on mute. So a software that could assist me to detect my device. Okay, so I'll cover this point at the last, like your device registering and all that stuff. So before that, what I need to do is I need to ensure that I have few more set of softwares. Like I need some libraries and I need some .NET framework. I need some Node.js stuff. So I just want to, like if you are getting this warning message, this is a warning. This is not an error. Like failed to get the required editive version number from SDK. The Android developer could may not work properly. If you're getting this warning message, you may simply ignore it. No issues. Everything will work for you. It is just a warning. Could see the symbol also. That was for warning, not for error. Right?
I'm getting the same message.
That is a error. That is a warning, not an error message. That's a warning. You may simply ignore it. Just press close and move further. You are good to go. Everything is okay for you. Don't need to worry about that. Okay? Are we good?
One
Okay.
thing from this Eclipse, I need to download the Eclipse IDE for Java developers, right? That one I need to download, right?
Uh, yeah, Eclipse ID for Java developer. This one with the symbol, with the icon of this one.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So coming back. So now what I need to ensure is like if I come here, because I'm pretty good. Let me open it. So I'm pretty good with my, you may say, Eclipse. We have installed Java. Now what I need to do is I need in my Eclipse, I need to ensure that I have my test-ng set up. So after setting up my test-ng, I'll be, you may say, installing the Node.js. I'll be downloading the .NET framework. We'll be downloading the Appium and all that stuff. So moving back, let's go here. Inside your Eclipse, go to Help, and then your option of Install New Software. And inside this Install New Software, what I need to do is we need to go for your test engine now. Yeah, this is the URL for test engine.
I have one question.
Hmm.
Can we use Maven and Maven dependency will manage the entire test engine, everything?
Look, Maven will be using Maven, but we'll be using it inside that when we'll be building our framework. Right now, if I'll start with a Maven, that would be very tedious and cumbersome for others to understand. We'll be using Maven, but that would be at the last while we're building our framework. Look, if you are good with your normal test ng, Okay, you know how to use it, how to plug it in your system, then we can go to Maven. If I'll directly jump to Maven, this stuff won't be clear to you. This would be very easy for, very difficult for others to understand. So that's why I'm going step by step. Okay.
Okay.
So I have shared a link. What you need to do is like install new software, go to add right here, test ng, and in the location, just share the location that you want, like that is buse.com Eclipse, and click over your add button. So after you will clicking over your add button, you could see your test engine something like this. Like for me, everything is pretty installed. So you again need to check this checkbox and press finish and let it install. And after installing, just restart your Eclipse once again so that you are having your test ng and all that stuff in place with you. So after getting your test ng, now the next step here is we need to ensure that we have our Microsoft .NET framework. So coming back here, Microsoft .NET framework. So here you may download this 4.5 version. So let it open. Just select the language, whichever you want to select, and just click over this download button and just simply install it. That's you don't need to configure your .NET. Okay. Similarly, right here, download download Node.js and npm, and you go to this download page. This is the one. So depending upon your Windows, like it's 64 or 32, you may click on any one. Like it's 64, just click over the 64 one, and this will get start installing for you. I'll pause it. I don't need it. Okay. So simply download and install it like you used to do any other software. So after getting this done, now the next step here is now we have to get the Appium here. So download Appium. So we'll go to the official website of Appium, that is appium.io, and this is the appium.io downloads link. If I'll open this is your download page. Here you could click over this download Appium and you're onto this screen. So what we can do is we'll be going with 1.9.0. So this one is your DMG, like we discussed in the first class also. This is for your Mac. Okay, like we are using the Windows, so for Windows 9.0 exe, this one Appium desktop setup 1.9.0.exe. This is the one that you need to use. Just click over it and this will start downloading it for you. So simply just download the Appium, just download it and keep it with you. That's it. So after moving back, now you have Appium downloaded in your machine. You have also installed Appium. Now moving on to the next step. The next step here is after we are good with your Appium, we are good with all the softwares. Now I need to ensure that I have my specific libraries. Look, as Appium is built at the top of your Selenium, so I need the Selenium jars. But along with the Selenium jars, because Selenium jars alone won't serve the purpose. So along with the Selenium jars, what I need to ensure that I also have Appium jars. Appium jars that I'll be using for my, you may say, for development purpose. So if I go to this downloads one, so look, when I clicked over download and I have option of Appium client libraries, and here is option of your Java. Let me share this URL with you. Fine. So what you need to do is just click over Java and you'll be getting a bundle here. Let me open it. So this Appium.io Java client, just click over this thing. So they are saying that
Sorry to
you need, yes.
sorry to interrupt.
Hmm.
See, like when you have shown the screen of the download downloading the client, there I see C hash also. So you told like there will be no support for CS as of right now. So why it is taking the G as a client?
Your voice is very low. Can you please loud?
Yeah, so I see that you have downloaded the Java client, right?
Hmm.
So over there I see C hash client is also mentioned there. So when there is no support for C hash as of right now, so why it is
They are,
taking C
look,
hash?
that is the beta version. That is not the production version.
Okay,
This is
the
the
C hash
production version.
client is also beta.
That is a beta only. That is
Okay,
not the
okay,
prod version.
okay,
Means
okay.
normally when you develop a app for a client, we never go for beta
Hmm.
until unless it's a prod. We should normally it is not recommended to use beta.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So here I'll be having the option of jar. I needed jar. Just click over jar here and this will start downloading for you. So this jar is with me. Okay, let's keep it. So I have got this Java client jar. Fine. Even if I click over here, I could also get the java doc.jar also. Okay, you have to download the both. I will discuss in detail about the second one. Okay, that right now we need to download the both. Now after getting this done, the next step is that we need to get the Selenium jars. So it's seleniumhq.org. This is the official website of Selenium. Most of you might be aware of this website. Okay, so you have option of download here and down the line you could see here Java. Okay, so you could click here for the download and this will download all the Selenium jars for you. Guys, now we have our Selenium jars, we have our Java client jar. Java client jar is used for the Appium. Now we are good with all the jars. So down the line we can say that we have everything with us that we need, what we need to use, that we need to have while we are developing or while we are automating any Android app. Now the next step here is the most important one is the device, because we have everything here except the real device. So now what I'll do is I'll plug my real device. Let me plug it into my machine so that you could see the device. Just need a second. Let me plug it here. So like my device is being plugged. Okay, but now, okay, I'll show you something. Just give me a second. Look, I went to my Java. Oh, sorry, I went to my Eclipse. I clicked over this DDMS panel, and here my device is coming. Even if I go to my command prompt and I write here ADB devices, look, my device is also coming here. But right now, you guys won't be able to see my device. Okay, because my device is just plugged to my system. Now, being as a test engineer, suppose it is mostly the scenario that sometimes I'm working over some code, I'm automating an app or I'm testing an app, and there is some crash that is only present on your phone, but not on your developer side. So how will you help your developer to replicate it? It's an open question to all. You are a test engineer. the code is crashing for you. I have given you the I'm a developer. I have given you my APK to test. It's crashing for you, but it's not crashing for me at any of the device. How will you let me know, or how can you show me that okay it is crashing here? What is the medium that would be you would be using to show me?
We'll share the screen.
You okay? You can share the screen, but it's how will you share the screen of your phone?
by exception log.
By exception log. But
Yeah,
in that case, for exception log, you could show me your console, like your log cats. I could see the logs in your machine, but I cannot see the real device in that scenario. I could only see the logs. Okay, that it is crashing here. Uh, the logs would be pretty clear to me, but I won't be able to see the real device. How can I see the real device? What medium you can use?
we
If
can
it
take the
is local,
screenshot.
if it is hosted in local machine, I think via IP address we can access it.
You're
We can
working
take the
towards.
screenshot.
You can take the screenshot, but you cannot show me the whole process. You can just show me that okay, it crashed. The screenshot will only have crashed. Like unfortunately, your name of app has stopped working. That's it. Okay. For this, there is a one more software, a third-party tool only, with the name of Droid Screen. Okay. Let me share on chat. Let me see that whether I have downloaded this or not. Yeah, I have it with me. So just you need to click over this Droid Screen and download it. Now after downloading it, it will look like, let me change that wallpaper here. What is this? Just a second. Yeah. So this will look like something that's like Droid Screen 1, 2. If I'll double click over here, guys, now what you are seeing is a real device. This is my real device that is being attached to the system. So what I can do is I can share my screen of my system. Okay. And from there, I can just call my developer and I could share my like I could share my desktop screen and I could show him that okay this is crashing here. Suppose for example, mm, let me take app of which app should I take? Okay, let's talk of this Andromany. Let me click over this Andromany. Look, this is the app. Okay, let it load. It's loading some data. So like I clicked over this edit button at the bottom and suppose it crashed. So even I could call my developer, I could share my screen of my desktop and I could just show him that look it's crashing here. I don't need to send even the screenshot. I could show him the live crashing of app or any, it's not only about the crashing, it's about any event like suppose data is incorrect or it's misbehaving, anything like that. And this would be the same tool that even I'll be using for the class because look, when I'll be running a code into my phone, okay, you cannot see my real device because it's being plugged. So this third party tool will help us just to see that just to see my device. One thing more guys, there are many tools present in the market like you might have heard about PDAnet. Okay, PDAnet is also a tool in which assists you so that you could pair up your screen. Why I use Droid screen is because this is only a jar file, nothing else. It automatically gets linked with your Android that is present in your system. Like we have already given the environment variables. We have configured our Android there. So it will automatically go to that path. It will get the device and it will show. It's a very lightweight. It's simply a jar, not any third party. We are not downloading any software and installing it. It is nothing like that. Just a simple and plain jar. Fine. Now coming back to it. Now suppose you have your Android devices with you, right? and you want to activate first of all the developer mode. Now, how to activate the developers mode into your Android device? So what you need to do is just go to the settings in your device, search about phone. So look, you could see a build number here like OPSS2782873. Okay, this is the build number. So now what you need to do is you need to click over this build number 7 times. So while you'll click over this build number 7 times, you will automatically have a developer access. Means your device will become a developer mode activated device. I'll show you, let me do it. No need, you're already a developer because I have already activated the developer mode, so that's why I'm getting this. No need, I'm already a developer, so I don't need to get this access or something like that. Now if I'll press back and now I need to search here developer options. Look, let me write developer. So if I click developer options here, just a second, I've opened the wrong window. Yeah. So while you are into your developer option, it's in the system. So you ensure that you could see this debugging, USB debugging, debug mode when USB is connected. So you have to make it on. By default, it would be off. Okay, and ensure that at the top it is also on. Okay, first of all, from make it on, switch it, turn on the USB debugging, and verify apps over USB. You also need to turn it on. So ensure that these stuff is on so that you could use your device easily for your developer. Okay. After this, what you need to do is just plug the cable out of your device and reconnect your device. So while you'll reconnect it and you'll go back to your Eclipse, like I'm into my Eclipse here, and your Eclipse will look like this first of all. Okay. So what you need to do is click over this open perspective, go to this DDMS. This DDMS window will get open, and here you will be able to see your device and the status has to be online. If it is offline or something like that, it means that there is some mistake and your device is not properly detected by your system. So you need to look over that why that is not coming. It has to be online. Until unless it is online, it means that there is something ill, and that will be halting your device for your developer stuff. Okay, either your developer options is not properly activated or your drivers are not correct, so there is some issue with that. So you just need to ensure that you are good with that. So after getting this done, okay, now we are good to go further. Let me open my presentation. So now if I'll come here, like we have covered the DDMS, we know that debug level, we have enabled it, we know the phone version. Okay, let me come back here. Look, the most common mistake that is done here is people miss this part. So ensure that you have this stuff. Okay, your devices are easily getting detected, and this is your command. Let me share the command with you to get the list of devices in your command prompt. Okay, the CMD shortcut. Just ADB devices, Android debug bridge. It means that we are just asking our Android bridge that whichever device is connected to you, please let us know and share the list. Like for me, it is sharing this list. Fine. So guys, this basically completes your Appium installation. So now what we'll be doing is after this, after we are good with this installation stuff, we'll be moving ahead for the running our first Appium test. So what we need for that is like there would be some requirements for the Appium. Okay, we need some
I have one
capabilities.
question.
Mhm.
So when I do ADB devices, it shows my device, but it is
Hmm.
not showing the Eclipse under the DDMS.
Can you please unplug your device and plug it again?
Okay.
Have you rebooted your Eclipse? Like
Yeah,
after you have configured your devices and all that stuff.
yeah. It is not showing in Eclipse, but it is showing in command line.
Command line. What are you getting a number of your device also?
Yes, VKL7N1. There is a huge, it's a big number.
Yeah, yeah. What is the device that you are using? What is the maker of your device?
Hawaii Mate 8.
Hawaii. Okay, no
Yeah.
issues. Tomorrow when we'll be starting with the APM, I'll let you know that how to check. There's a third place also you can cross check it. If it is coming there, you could ignore this Eclipse one. But if it is not coming in your APM also, then you need to we need to see that what is the mistake you have done. Okay.
Okay.
So likewise we were talking about. I'll just show you the how the APM looks like. If I'll open the APM, because at the start we just downloaded it as a software. So now I'll open it and show you how the real APM looks like. It's taking a long time. What happened? Okay, we were also talking about the tasteview.bat. Give me a second.
Meanwhile, two questions. Okay, it's already
Hmm.
limit. Okay. Let's continue. I'll ask it later.
No, no, can carry on.
These I just need some clarity in the installation part. These you told to download these Microsoft .NET, right? So
Hmm.
mm, like which version and all we need to download that?
Showed here 4.5. This one. You want me to share the link? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, share the link.
Okay. Yeah, did. This is your tasteview.bat. I'm just searching that I could get some proper file to download. Okay, you could use this one. You could make it at your own also. Just give it extension tasteview.bat. Then just copy it and place it in your folder. So right now I don't have a medium to share because look, these two classes are the trial classes, so we don't have any medium to share anything with you. But tomorrow, yes, will be good enough to share. So like this is your APM that it looks like. What is this thing? Just a second. I did copy turn into as a cloud provider. Okay, nice. Release date. Okay. So this is your APM looks like. Like this is your APM with simple, advanced, and preset features. So in the simple, you have just host and port name. Okay. So what is this host and port? We'll be talking about that. Then there is some advanced features. In those advanced features, it has some your same as your port, your server address, and it gives you option of some presets. Now, what is this preset? We'll be discussing about all this stuff. Okay. In the simple, how could you start your server and what to do? Like if I start my server here, clicking over this button, what happens is I'm getting a new pop-over window. It is saying that Appium interface started on 0.0.0.4723. Now, what is this 4723? What is a port here? What is a HD? What is a hub? So we'll be discussing about all these features. Okay, let me stop it and close it down. So this basically completes your installation for your Appium. So in the next class, we'll be talking about like how to run the first sample code in your Appium. Any doubt? Anyone having any doubt regarding this? Or it's clear?
There's actually this. What does this bat file help for? It will help to download the APM file, APM platform.
Which batch
Trace
file you?
traceview.bat, the traceview.bat.
No, it is something like in some systems like it's Windows 7 or 8. There's a system requirement that Android do not get properly mingled up with your system. So what this
Mhm.
traceview.bat does is it just create a copy of the APM into your system machine so that whenever your system reboots or when you restart your system, at the load of it, it enrolls it into the path variable so that you could easily access your Android and the link properties with that. So this issue won't be there for all the students, for all the machines. In few machines, yes, it creates some issue. So for that, this is a extra file that you need to download traceview.bat that is even not provided by your Android SDK. You have to manually download it. I've
Okay,
shared
if
the
I'm
link
not
with you.
okay,
Yes.
just to check my understandability, if I'm not wrong, this will so I mean so for whatever setup we have done to that, this is an alternative for those who do
No.
who.
No. It is not the alternative. What it will do is it will just give a additional support for your Android to load. But from where Android will load,
Oh.
Android will only load from your path variables. If your Android is
Mhm.
not present in your path variables, it cannot load anything. Right? It is just you can say just a provider, just a support, just a helper. Like suppose when a system
Okay.
loads, when a system starts, we automatically say that okay, go to Android, go to path variable, and there is some Android, just start it. But sometimes there is some problem with the system that it is unable to go to that path, unable to go to the path variable only. So this will direct
Okay.
the system to go to the path. But inside the path variable, you need to give the path of your Android.
Okay.
Getting
Okay.
me?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Also, please once again, please share this ADT, the URL which you are used to add right in.
We have already shared on chat. I've shared
No,
everything on chat.
ADT one.
Which ADT? We have
The Eclipse, straight from yesterday's session is ADT,
ADT link.
ADT
okay,
link.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, you want the URL for that. Okay.
Correct, correct, correct.
Give me a second. I'll do it right now.
Sure.
I'll be going to install new software. Uh, Actually, guys, just one thing, just for the knowledge, this ADT this ADT URL, the technical term for this is a plugin. These are the plugins. Like for the TestNG also we have done that is a plugin. So try to use more and more means that would be good if you use more technical terms. Call it plugin from nowadays. Like we have phone. We said like okay, I'm testing over phone. Normal in programming language or in developer mode, you know, never call it as a phone. You call it as an Android device, iPhone device. We don't generally use the word phone here, right? So because why I'm saying right now is because when I'll be teaching you, I'll be using this terminology also. I will not calling it as a phone. I'll be saying it as a device. So don't get confused that why I'm what is device here and what I'm talking about. Okay. Similarly, I'll call them as plugins. So these are the same things only. Even I can share for your test ng if you want.
After adding that trace view.bat, I'm able to see the device in Eclipse.
You're able to see your device.
Yeah.
After adding your traceview.bat, at least uh, reboot your system also once. That would be better because in this case it will permanently go to your path variables, and then even for the Android you won't be facing any issue.
Yeah, and I'm not able to see that com.avion.mobile dot what you are seeing. I'm not seeing that.
No, that is not the issue. That is that is not the issue. That is something else. You don't need
Okay,
to need that.
okay.
So this testng with the plugin details which you given, it is giving me option like testng mav integration, testng p2 feature, and testng just simple testng. Which one should I
Simple test
choose
engine.
this?
Simple test
Simple
engine.
testng. Simple
Hmm.
testng.
Okay, look, the one that you were talking about, that com dot the package was coming. Actually, I was developing an app right now, so that app was coming here. I was performing some development, so I forgot to turn that off. So you don't need to worry about that. That was just my project related. I was working over something right now. I was just automating some app from Google Play, so it was linked to that. Okay, let me.
So I have installed TestNG. What is the next step I have to do? I have to install that .NET 4.5.
You need to reboot your so first of all you need to reboot your Eclipse and then go for your .NET and your npm, means the node, and after getting your node, uh, download the appium, download the appium jars, and then reboot your whole of the system once again, and then start working over it. Everything would be on track.
So I have already have a node installed on my machine, and
Then you don't
APM
need
is
to
also
install it again.
installed. But you are showing some jar files which we need, so that I didn't understand.
i'm I'm not showing anything for node. Node was a exe only.
No,
You showed
client
Droid,
dot
that is what he's asking, I think.
That is Droid screen. Node and Droid, these are two different things. Droid is for just to see your phone, just to make a replica of your phone on your system. Node is for Appium. These are two different things. So you're
So,
talking of Node or Droid.
so I have Droid also. I have Voicer also, which basically is the same thing. I have both in my system.
Man, your system is fully loaded. You'll have everything. Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
was ready to start writing the script. So from this
okay,
perspective, I
go for Droid because it's just a jar and it's very lightweight. You have
yeah,
Visor, you have Droid, you have even PDA net also. You might have heard about that PDA net. So there are many tools,
no, yeah,
but I use Droid screen because I feel it more lighter, and uh, the transition time is very fast between your app and your phone and your system screen. So I personally feel it better.
yeah, yeah, I also have Droid also, and I have beta version. So 1.2 beta version, which is having more features.
Yeah, yeah. That is good. That is 1.2 beta is good actually. It is actually the first beta version in the market that is more good than your real version. So that hardly matters. This is just to see, just to make you see that what I'm performing on my device. Normally, when you will be automating your apps, you don't need Droid actually. This is just when, like, suppose your developer is unable to see, or you want to show this code to your client. You want to show your test cases to client. This is just for that purpose. That's it. It has actually nothing to link with the study that we'll be doing.
So I have Selenium jars also. Is there any other jar I need to install? I mean, I need to download.
APM client.
APM client is also installed and running.
You don't need anything.
APM client means standalone, or you mean to say installing
A-
through the node base?
APM client jar that I talked in the starting, like you need to go to the APM website and there you need to download a APM jar. The name is APM client, but it is a jar file. So because
Okay.
Appium commands will not run until unless you have that jar in with you.
Okay.
Guys,
Okay.
even what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing all those jars with you also after like the because what I want is first of all you should go and download it. If you're unable to download anything, be it a jar, be it Appium, anything, I can also provide you after that. I can share a email or like any chat medium that we'll make. I'll be sharing over that. But first of all, I want you guys to go and dig more. Okay.
You downloaded Node.js and what is that
Hmm.
used for?
Look,
Node.js.
Node.js is basically used for your server mechanism. Like because you will be running our APM server on some port, like that is 0.0.0, and the port is 4723. So
Okay.
Node.js kind of assists you to for your server configurations mainly.
Mm,
You don't need to worry about that. Like as a automation engineer, you don't need to worry about this functionality. This is just being the it helps for the setup of your starting of your server and all that stuff. It is more in your server mechanism. Like
okay,
okay,
and
I'll
So
give
you
you a
if
small.
also
Mhm.
yeah, give that example. Yes.
Like suppose a small example, like when you hit a web services, okay, your there might be some web services stream, so they deploy your web services. So with the help of Node.js only, they follow some npm set of commands to deploy it over some server, so that your mobile team or your web team could easily access them. Yes, you are asking something.
Ah, yes, okay. Yes. Actually, I thought of asking for that npm. So npm is also installed as a part of Node.js.
Hmm, 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 hmm. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine.
Okay.
I'm unable to understand why we need APM jar file, because when we are using the driver capability and we are pointing to the APM server, it will the JSON wire protocol will automatically take the commands and send it to the APM server, right?
Yes. But for that, like suppose there are few mobile commands, okay, that are not present in your Selenium. The APM Java client that we are using, we are not using to inject anything into your mobile, but to use the mobile specific commands in your code. That the thing you have said is exactly right. The JSON wide protocol would be serving the purpose. It would be making a JSON and it would be directly injecting it. Like if you'll see my code here, like this is the JSON wire protocol. This mechanism is a part of JSON wire protocol. But like if I move down, suppose yeah, this code do not contain anything specific. Yeah, oops, it's not here. Just let me see here. Where is my Android driver? Yeah, this Android driver, this mobile element, this is the part of your APM, that APM Java client. If my APM Java client jar is not present, this Android driver and mobile element, I cannot use them because their definition won't be present. JSON wire protocol is used for your JSON. JSON is this desired capabilities. Okay, your your jar that you're using, it is for your code direction, like the drivers that I'm using, like a mobile specific driver that I want to inject, that are present in that.
So Android driver is not present in the Selenium jar
No,
file.
no, it is not. Android driver, iPhone driver, mobile element, these are not present there.
Okay. Okay.
I
And yeah, go ahead.
sorry, sir, you go ahead. My issue is with regarding the installation, so once I'll ask.
Yeah, so my next question is, if I'm running my test on a remote machine, so do I need to set up the same environment there also along with the devices?
I can't hear you properly. Can you please repeat?
So what I was saying that if we have to run our test on a remote machine which is having the devices connected to it,
Hmm.
so we need to set up the entire setup like we are doing in our machine. We have to set up the remote machine in the same way.
I'll reiterate your question because I think I missed something. Like you're saying that if you want to run your test cases on a remote machine, okay, and you need to set up whole of the code on a remote machine or not. This is the question, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have to set up all these
No,
jars and everything because it
no,
becomes
no.
publicly.
You can directly access like everything is installed on the main system, okay, and you may just what you need to ensure is that your device is being plugged to your main system, and from your remote system you can just directly give the commands, but the code that would be running on your main machine only. Remote would be just kind of accessing your main machine, but the snippet would be running over your main machine only. Even the build that would be triggering the like the build would be injecting into your phone, that would be everything would be taking place from your main machine only. In your remote machine you don't need to do anything.
So suppose I checked in my code into the GitHub and the code is getting deployed in a remote machine for the nightly build execution. So we don't need all this setup on the remote machine, right? It will be automatically taken care when I do my check-in in the GitHub and all the libraries will automatically get deployed.
Look here, remote machine means that the machine that you are just taking remote of the main computer and using it, or
No,
your
no,
remote
no,
machine.
no,
No,
it's an independent machine. It's an independent.
then you need to configure everything in that machine in that case.
Okay.
Because what I was assuming as a remote machine is like suppose this is a machine and I'm sitting at my system home and I want to access this machine from my home. So I was in the perception of that remote machine.
No, no, no. It will be a machine which will be running the test in the night. That is,
You
they
need to
will
have
not be.
everything. You need to have everything over there.
Okay.
Okay.
So you are showing one presentation which has listed steps that we need to follow, which you are mentioned in the slide. Can you share that slide after tomorrow or day after tomorrow so that we can keep it as a reference?
Uh, Look, I need to ask Ashish about the same. I cannot promise
No,
because
just a
this is.
screenshot. Don't share me the entire slide. Just take the screenshot of the slide which has the steps.
I can share it. I don't. I can even share the PPT also. Means I don't have any issue. Let me have a word with him. Okay. If he
Or
agrees, because look, look
yeah,
what I'm saying. Like, if it is according to the policies, I can give you not even a screenshot. I could give you a slide also because I don't have any issue with this. I need to ask him because he take
no
cares of
problem,
everything
no
the
problem.
legal. Okay.
No problem. And if it is not possible, then just put it in a Word document or a notepad, the steps, and just share with me. I don't need the
Surely,
entire thing.
I'll try to have a word with him. If possible, I'll share the slide only. But I need to have a word with him. I'll let you know. Okay. Anyone with any other doubt?
Yeah, I was trying to integrate the plugin into the Eclipse ADT plugin. So I'm not sure if it's done properly or not. I could see these the path what SDK Android SDK path when I've given into the plugin, it have accept after installation of this ADT. That integration seems to happen properly, but when I click on this Android SDK manager under Windows, it is not launching anything. So should I'm not sure if it is done properly or not.
First of all, configure your device. First of all, let me know that whether you are able to see your device in DDMS or not. Okay, and then what issue you are facing, just take a screenshot of it and email me. But before that, please ensure that your device is getting detected or not. You need to share the two screenshots of your device, is detected or not, and second one of this. Then I can assist you in this because these two are
DDMS.
interlinked. First of
Uh,
all, let your system detect your device. Then go to the DDMS. Like I went there. Then there will be a device chamber here, like here. Click over here. Go to DDMS. There would be a device chamber at the top, and here some device has to come. Either this will not come, either this will come. So share the screenshot of that along with the issue that you are saying, then I can let you know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I was hearing one more voice. Someone was saying going to say something. So
Yeah.
hmm.
So my question might be wrong. So are we going to use a perfecto also?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to use perfecto.
And what is the role of the Microsoft .NET framework in this?
It is just a assisting party for your Windows machine. That's it. Nothing else.